Okay, good to be back up here with you. What a great weekend in Daddy Ficklin Stadium, and what a great homecoming weekend for Pirate Nation and the Greenville community. Everything about it. And it started Friday. We had so many letter winners around campus, and got to see so many former Pirates that stopped by the football offices. Had several of them stop by, walk through on Friday afternoon. In the hotels, around the hotels, Friday evening and Saturday morning. And then, the Pirate Walk was fantastic last Saturday. We had a huge crowd for that. And just a perfect weather, afternoon game day atmosphere in Daddy Ficklin Stadium. And our team played very well. So it was great to get a huge conference opening win this past Saturday over a very good Tulane team. Excited about the way the team played, excited about the way the kids responded to everything last week, and so thankful for the fans that were in the stands, the student body. The Boneyard was very loud. It was just a really great day, and able to have Parmalee here with us. I know everybody enjoyed the concert. They were in the locker room celebrating with the team post game, so that was pretty neat to see. So. Just a great weekend. So, enjoyed that, and then have fully transitioned on to a very good UCF team and our trip to Orlando, Florida this Saturday. It's a big challenge for our program. Next conference game. Very, very talented team. Coach Malzahn has made the transition, very, very seamlessly, and they have a very talented group. We'll be challenged greatly, so got to be ready to go. So looking forward to a great practice this afternoon. Questions?
Coach, what do you think the biggest difference was last week, how the team performed, which was really good on execution, versus the week before? Is it just they executed better, or were there other wrinkles that were contributed to that? What was the difference?
Practice, preparation, and probably mental mindset going into the ball game. All those. We had a great week of practice last week. Very physical practices on Tuesday and Wednesday. But the players mentally going into the game, I really liked where they were. Saturday morning, I had no doubt once we finished our team meeting Saturday morning that we were going to play well. Didn't know if you're going to win or not, but I knew we would play well, and certainly they went out and did that.
Coach, football is obviously such a psychological game. Do you see similarities with what you guys went through after Charleston Southern, the week you had, the way you played, and UCF getting, Navy upsetting UCF, and maybe they're going to come, back, fired up and that kind of thing?
Well, I think that Navy, the Navy team I saw on film this week and the Navy team I saw against Marshall were two different teams, and you knew that Ken would get everything fixed up there. You knew he would, and that triple option offense, when it's humming, it's a challenge. And so that was a tough loss. That UCF had a 2-touchdown lead late, and made some mistakes, and Navy took advantage of them. But I don't think so, because that's a tough conference game. You're playing at Navy. It's a tough place to play. Certainly they expected to win, but this league's tough. So I'm sure that they'll be motivated this week. I'm sure they're excited to be back at home. Like I said, they've got a lot of experienced guys. They've got a lot of talent. They'll be ready to go. So we've got a huge challenge on Saturday.
Coach, your team's won 4 out of the last 6. You got it rolling pretty good. Talk about the approach handling this team this week. Is a fine line, a delicate thing for you to keep them, in a straight line as you head down to Orlando a little bit.
Well, we got to prepare to go play a good ball game. None of that other stuff matters. We're excited we got the win on Saturday. We're excited we're 1-0. That's done. We've got a huge game this Saturday. We've got to have a great practice this afternoon. That's really the only focus I have right now, is having a great Tuesday practice. We're full pads. We got to get our work done. Our heavy contact stuff done today and tomorrow, and just mentally just preparing our guys for how we got to play Saturday.
Coach, you were really jazzed after the game. Everyone was really jazzed after the game. You watched the tape. Do you still feel that same way about the way they played? We all probably do, but how did you see that watching that?
That game Saturday is the first game since I've been here that we look like the team that I want to be, and that's the film confirmed it. We were extremely physical up front, both sides of the football. Love the way our DBs and linebackers ran and hit. Just love the play of the offensive line. I thought Holton was very composed in the pocket. I thought we protected him in the pocket. I thought we had guys that made plays around him. Special teams, I thought our kickoff team, really set the tone for a lot of things on Saturday. The way we covered kicks, the way we were hitting on special teams, forced a turnover with the punt team. So just, very pleased the way our team played. Now, we want to build on that, consistency. Can we do it again? Can we play that way and correct some things we did wrong and play just a little bit better this week? I think that's the challenge because, that's if you play the way we did in all three phases last week, if you play that way week in and week out, you're going to have a shot every weekend. And that's the whole deal. Go in, ready to play each week. It's a tough conference, so you can't look past anybody. You can't look behind you. It's just 1-0 each week. That's got to be the focus. Trying to go 1-0 each week.
Coach, you mentioned the physicality last Tuesday, Wednesday. How do you kind of balance maybe trying to replicate that, but also keeping your team healthy because it is a long season? It's
a fine line, but I think that you have to do it in kind of segments. You got to have some good on good because you get the speed from that. You gotta have the physicality and competition with the O-line and D-line because that's how you're gonna be sharp on Saturday. But again, it is a long season. But I think you look at what each program kind of looks at what they hang their hat on. What's your strengths? What gives you the best chance to win on game day? And ours has to be playing our freaking tails off, playing with physicality, playing with great effort, playing together, high execution. It has to be. That's the way we're going to win. And so, if we want to play like that on Saturday, we got to prepare like that.
One of the guys, Jaquan McMillan, along those lines, all the interceptions and kind of finesse stuff he does, but he's also physical and gets a bunch of tackles. What does that say about him, of just his overall game, it looks like this year, of being physical but also being able to do some things?
Well, you just look at him, period. If you start asking him about any of that stuff, he is going to focus on one thing, the team, winning. How can I help my teammates play well? Doing my part. And that's how he sees all that. He's not all about Jaquan McMillan. He's about the ECU Pirates. I watch him in the Leadership Council, and we have a large group in the Leadership Council this year. And, anything that comes up that is, not team-centered, he, Keaton, Roger, all those guys, they just chop it down. They are focused on our team. And that's, it's refreshing to have guys like that, especially one that is playing so well and is doing so many things. But, he has worked very, very hard. I thought he had a good year last year, but I think he's worked very, very hard. I think he's playing really, really well right now. And, I don't know what all his stats are, but he's putting together a really, really solid year. And just the way he competes and plays. Some of the hits he made on some of the screens and short passes on Saturday, and then, the play he made on the interception, which he kind of baited the quarterback a little bit, and it looked like it was there, and then all of a sudden, he's sitting there waiting on him to make that throw and makes the play. So he's just a savvy, tough, hard-nosed kid that I'm glad he plays for us.
Coach, regardless of which quarterback they use, it seems like Johnson is their go-to guy in the red zone. I know your team's got some ball hawks on defense, but 5 touchdowns in 4 games. He's a 6th-year player. I know you can't give away the whole game plan, but how do you look to stop him this week?
Well, they got a bunch of them. They got several guys that, stand out in the passing game. I know Brandon well. We recruited him when he left Tennessee, and, I think it kind of came down to us in UCF. But, he's a good player for him. O'Keefe, I think he's a great playmaker. Robinson, I know he didn't play last week. They got him listed on the depth chart this week. He's a great player. Caden Robinson, I know him very, very well. They just have a lot of guys that are very skilled on the offensive side of the ball. We've got to do a great job of defending them in the run game. We've got to do a great job defending them in the passing game. I don't know who we're going to see, at some spots on Saturday, but, I would say we'll probably see 2 quarterbacks Saturday. It wouldn't shock me to see, Gatewood in there. So they're a very talented, very explosive offense. We're going to have to play very, very well on Saturday.
Coach, Xavier Smith's still doing some different things Saturday. How would you assess his play through 5 games this year?
You know, it's been challenging for him because it is so much different on the edge than it is inside. You know, so it's been a learning curve for him. It's been a lot for him to adapt to. I thought he played well Saturday. I thought his play Saturday was improved over what it had been the last couple of weeks. I think Jeremy playing at the level he is, you know, allows us to play Xavier inside more. Now all of a sudden with Aaron Ramsour coming along, I mean, you feel really good about, you know, those 4 guys inside playing at a high level. You got Taylor and Jacoby that are certainly going to be, you know, really good guys for us in the future, and guys that can play some right now. But you have a good core there at inside backer. I think he feels a lot more comfortable in there. At the same time, I do think he's far enough along on the edge to where now you can truly package him. And we had a couple of different packages on Saturday where we lined him up out wide, we lined him up inside in certain situations, and you know the whole thing is just trying to get our best guys on the field for the right situation.
Up front on the line, we look at Fernando Fry. He's kind of emerged, it seems like, the last few weeks in Avery's journey. But how important has that interior been, and obviously had a big role Saturday?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I thought that's the best they've played this year. You know, really, and Nashad Strother, you got to talk about him in there too, because I thought that was probably Nashad's best game of the year, one of the better games he's had in his career here. But I thought they all played, you know, much improved Saturday. I thought, you know, in particular, like you're talking about, I thought that Avery and Fernando and Nashad and, you know, Trent got in there, Sean Bailey was in there. I thought they did a really good job handling those 2 defensive tackles. I mean, you know, 77 from Tulane, I mean, he ate our lunch last year. And yeah, I thought we did a really good job of neutralizing him on Saturday, and really, you know, you talk about the huge days that Rajay and Keaton had Saturday. You know, you look at the film and we're displacing the defensive line, and all of a sudden now you have that room to make those cuts. And that's the thing, you know, those running backs are talented players. If we give them the room, you know, they're gonna make some plays. So just, you know, really pleased with the way our offensive front played.
We've seen Gerard Stringer play a lot in the past, but I don't know if we've ever seen him play that physical. So how good was it to see him back and making some of those huge hits Saturday?
It was good to see him back. You know, he was playing like that during preseason camp, and then had an injury, missed some time, came back, and, you know, struggled a little bit to get back going. But again, you know, he's another guy. You know, we talked about it at the press conference the other night. You know, Aaron Ramsour, you know, Gerard Stringer, Ryan Jones, I could keep on naming them. The guys that played really, really well the other night had really, really good weeks of practice last week. And so you saw Gerard playing like that all week. He got more playing time on Saturday, and he lived up to it. You know, he played in the game the way he practiced, and I think that's got to give the kids confidence in the way they practice, because they're seeing the tangible results of, you know, you practice well, you go play well, and certainly it's creating a lot of competition now, because there's, you know, several guys that play the same position right there, and so they know that, you know, they've got to practice well, and I think that's making everybody better. Anything else? All right, good deal.